Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. I'm the Scent Maven. Welcome back to my channel, Shopping and Scents. I don't know why there's this weird haze glow. Malcolm is looking at me. He's my dog, if you don't know. So anyway, I have a vlog to share with you. Today was the first day back after the blizzard. So today was digging out day. I had to get my car out from a mountain of snow, literally a mountain. So all the sanitation plows had plowed in my car. Now, if I was smart, which I'm not, or I wasn't, I should have on Sunday, in anticipation of the blizzard, but you know you can never trust the weather people. Although maybe you can trust the groundhog. The groundhog, Punxsutawney Phil, says 6 more weeks of winter, but Staten Island Chuck says early spring. Anyway, on Sunday, when they predicted the blizzard, I should have left the car in my mom's garage. You remember the garage that I cleaned out? That I told you I cleaned it out so I would have space in case of a snowstorm? Well, I didn't think the storm was going to be as bad as it was. I should have left the car in my mom's garage because she lives in a co-op. So they pay a maintenance fee. So it's a row of garages, right? And there's a driveway, and the maintenance people, because you pay maintenance fee, have to clean that. So if I would have left the car in the garage, my car would not have gotten plowed in. So anyway, Monday the blizzard hit. It continued into Tuesday. The office was closed Monday and Tuesday, and today I had to get myself to the office. So I didn't know what to do. My car was encased in ice and snow. So before I get to the actual story, I'm going to show you some video clips. I'm going to show you what my car looked like in the snow. I'm going to show you my, I don't know if they're neighbors, but 2 of the guys next to me, parked next to me, trying to get their cars out. Then I'll show you what it was like after work and a picture of a very sad snowman with one eye. So let me insert those clips here. Okay, here's the snow, and I can kind of put my foot through it. See? I can put my foot through it, so it's heavy. It's heavy snow, but it's not completely ice. As you can see, some cars are really, really buried. I guess this person didn't attempt to get out yet. They put their windshield wipers up though. See what's going on. So this is what it looks like now as I'm leaving work. So some people managed to get out. Some driveways looks okay. Some people really stuck in. I'll show you the difference. So here's somebody who has apparently dug themselves out. And then here's somebody, you can see they got quite a job waiting for them. Their car is literally encased in snow. So you guys who live in like Florida, not used to this, imagine this happening to your car. Glad it's not my car. So this car managed to get my dugout parking spot. I think this was the Lexus from this morning that was parked at the corner. Yeah, so he managed to get the good spot that I had to pay to get dug out. And as we come across here, I had to park on the next street over, wedge myself into a snowy spot. But here we can see what happens when you get plowed in. I'm showing this for you guys who live in all those warm states. This is what we're looking at right now. And the weather is going to stay cold, so it doesn't look like there's going to be any 100-degree days to melt all this stuff. Not anytime soon. Okay, so I know what you guys are going to say. Why didn't you dig out your car yesterday? Well, I could have done that. So what happens is, what happens is, I should say, you dig out your car, right? You take your shovel, you dig out the snow, and you throw it in the street because there's no place to put it, right? So you dig out all the snow, you throw it in the street. You leave your car there. You think, okay, next day I'll be able to drive right out and go to work. No, because the plows come back and they take all the snow that you threw in the street and they push it back against your car. So what I would have had to do would have been to dig out my car, take it to my mom's house, put it in the garage, Uber home, and then Uber back. So anyway, I thought, since I was mistaken, because we have a handyman, so-called handyman, that the landlord employs to do small jobs around the property because she's an absentee landlord, but she doesn't live that far away. Right? So this guy next door, I thought he shoveled the walkway. But you know what? Every time I ask him to do something, he never wants to help me. He's never around when you call him. He's totally unreliable. So anyway, the landlord told me, yeah, oh, he'll do anything if you pay him. But that was when he was out of work. Now he has a job, and apparently he works all the time, so he has no interest in doing these odds and ends jobs. So I was like, well, what am I going to do? So I went outside and I looked to see if I could see any of my neighbors or anybody digging out that could help me. I saw, you remember the guy that I filmed in Vlogmas on Christmas Day washing his car? Well, that guy was walking around and he had the Bluetooth in his ear, looked like Star Trek. So I asked him, I said, listen, I need help getting out my car. Do you know anybody that can help me shovel out my car? And he's an older guy. He must be in his late 60s, early 70s. So he's like, I know a guy with a plow. You need a plow to get you out of that car, out of that snow. So he called his friend and the guy said, no, I'm not plowing today. So I'm looking around for laborers, day laborers. So back in the olden times, back in the good old days, right? When I used to live with my mom, there were always, after a snowstorm, there were always enterprising day laborers that would walk around with shovels, and you ask them to dig out your car. You give them 20, 25 bucks. They shovel out your car, and that's the end of it. They were always walking around. Now you can't find them, right? So what am I going to do? I don't even own a shovel. Right? So not that I'm in good physical shape to be able to shovel out the snow. So I asked my neighbor upstairs if she had a shovel. No, what did I ask her? No, first I asked her. Now I remember. I asked the handyman who dug out all the snow in front of the property. And he said, the woman who lives upstairs from you has a son, and he dug out most of this snow. I didn't really do very much of it. Surprise, surprise. So I went to the woman upstairs. I called her. I said, I hear that your son digs out cars, or could help me dig out my car. Is that true? And she said, yeah, he does construction, but as a little sideline for extra money, he'll dig out your car or shovel your sidewalk or whatever, but you got to pay him. I said, fine. So she said, here, call him. I'll give you his number. Call him up and he'll help you out. So I'm thinking to myself, great. Okay. I was ready to pay $40. I figured that was sufficient, right? My own mind. So I text him and he says to me, what does the car look like? Show me a picture of it, of how much snow is there. So I sent him a picture. And then he's like, is it ice or is it soft snow? And then I sent him that video, that clip that I put in, showing that the snow was kind of icy, but kind of soft underneath. So he says to me, okay, I can come and dig you out, no problem. $200. $200. But since you're my mom's neighbor, I'll do it for you for $170. I said, no, I don't have that kind of money. I can't pay that. So he's like, I can't help you. It's a hard job. It's a lot of labor. You know, there's nothing I can do for you. Crap. So I talked to my coworker. My coworker, she had, see, everybody that I work with, everybody that was able to get out easily, they all have siblings or children or spouses that can help them. And I have no one. It's me, my mom, and Malcolm. And none of them can dig me out of the snow. I couldn't find, you know, like some youth or something walking around looking to make an extra buck. There was no one. The streets were desolate. So what ended up happening? Oh, so I went to my neighbor and I said, listen, your son wants too much money. I can't pay that amount of money. I said to her, do you have a shovel? I'll shovel it myself. So she gives me the shovel. I start shoveling the snow. And after about 30 minutes, I'm like, I can't do this. The snow is too heavy. It's just too heavy and there's too much of it. It's too much. I can't do it. I can't do it. Right? It was just a mess. So I called the guy back, the woman's son. I said, listen, I dug out some of it. I can't lift this snow. It's too heavy. I'm in a real bad spot. There's no one to help me. I literally have no one to help me. Please help me. He said, well, what's the most you can pay? So I said, all right, I can give you $100. If I help you dig out the car, and I'll give you $100. He said, okay. All right. So I said, listen, I only got $40 in cash. I got to walk a couple of blocks down to the ATM to get the money. So he said, okay. He's like, I got to go to Rite Aid first, and then I'll come to you and everything. So as I'm walking from the ATM back to my house, who do I see but 2 day laborers? I was like, where were you guys? I was looking for you guys. Where were you guys? And they didn't speak English. So they were like, what? You know, and I was like, I said to them, do you dig out cars? They understood enough English for that. Do you dig out cars? They're like, yeah. I said, come with me. So the guy had called me and he said, where are you? I said, I'm on my way. I'm coming back from the ATM. He says, I see your car. Because obviously he saw there was snow in the street. He knew which one was my car. He said, okay, I'm going to start shoveling. So I took the 2 day laborers over. I figured they all work 3 together, right? Be less stress on the guy, because the guy, his mom told me he had been digging out people's cars all the day before and that he was a little bit hefty and he wasn't in the best shape. So I figured maybe the day laborers could help him, because I felt bad. I didn't want him to have a heart attack. So when he saw, I was like, look, I found some guys. And he's like, nope, I can do the job myself, because he wanted the whole 100 for himself. I'm wondering what those day laborers would have charged me, probably $50. But anyway, so he's the guy, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm in bad physical shape. You know, I don't work out. I have weight to lose. I'm a former smoker. I'm thinking, you know, I'm in terrible shape. This guy, he says he's 350 pounds, but he was like, he had to be over 6 feet tall, and the weight was like evenly dispersed. So he didn't look like a fat guy. He just looked like not hefty, not chunky, beefy. He was like beefy, you know? So, and he's shoveling, and in the middle of his shoveling, he takes out the vape thing, and he's vaping. And I'm saying to myself, I weigh less than him. I quit smoking. I can't do this job. And he can do it easily. And he's like, well, you have to understand that I do construction, so I do manual labor for a living. Fair enough. So $100 later, and let me tell you, after he was done digging out the car, which it only took him maybe about a half hour maximum, if that, when I took out those 20s to give him that 100, his eyes lit up like he has seen the light. It's like, yes, money, money, money. And that's what happens when you have no one to help you. And don't say, well, what about the bad enabler? He's in Manhattan. And then what about what about my boyfriend? He does not drive. He does not have a shovel. He lives far away, and he is super skinny. He would not have been of help. I needed a beefy guy like what I got, or a muscular guy, or an army of teenagers, or some day laborers. People who are either in good physical shape and or do manual labor for a living, because I am an office desk person and I am not used to hauling snow. So anyway, I got my car out. My car is out. Now, when I got to work, I had to find a free parking spot that wasn't all entrenched in snow. And then when I came home, I had to find another parking spot that was not entrenched in snow, or that I could, what I did was I could wedge myself in on a kind of like a slant, and then wedge myself out, or, spin myself out or rock myself out tomorrow morning, which I don't even know. And I didn't get a chance to call the vet. I was so swamped with work today. I didn't even get a chance to call the vet. It was the car nightmare. So all of you guys that live in Florida and Hawaii and California and places where you don't have snow and it's sunny and beautiful every day, except Florida when you have hurricane season. I've been there during hurricane season. So all you guys that enjoy warm, beautiful weather, be appreciative, because blizzards suck. And with that, I'm going to conclude this vlog. So remember to comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Shopping and Sense, and I will see you all in a future video. But until then, goodbye everyone out there in YouTube land.